Good morning everyone, welcome to the United Stand. This is your transfer update show live from the Olympic Park here in Melbourne. We've got loads to get through. Obviously Eriksen's in the door, Martinez is all confirmed, signed, sealed, delivered. Is it enough? I've said to you guys on Instagram, you follow us on Instagram on the United Stand, I put the question out there. I want to get your involvement in these transfer shows now, get your comments in from what is going on right now and your opinions on it. Also get your comments in on the video below when this starts. We're getting into Ronaldo shutting one door and leaving a couple more open. Ivan Toney, wow, is that the striker that United are going to be going for? There's ifs and buts all over the place in the transfer market. Romano's saying there is, in capital letters, Manchester United are not done in the transfer market this summer. There's loads that can happen. There's loads going on here on the tour with all the journalists around as well. Thank you again to Wash and Go for sponsoring us and sponsoring this tour. There is a special deal going on right now. If you drop down in the description below, click the link, you can get your bottle of Wash and Go for less than £1 when you buy one of Wash and Go's multi-packs. Get down in there below. That is where you are going. 2 in 1. I mean, look at mine. I've been to the barbers this morning. Shout out to the guy on the barber shop actually on Longsdale Street where I was. Commented on my hair. I used my Wash and Go this morning. There you go. That's how it does. That's how we do it. That's how we roll here in Australia. Making things happen. Anyway, I'm going to go on and on about that, but I'm going to get into the transfers because, like I said, there's too much to talk about. There's loads going on right now. I'm going to start with Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, there's rumours and we'll get into the striker situation in a minute, but he's obviously responded. I think everyone must have seen it on Twitter now. I think it was Sporting TV or something like that. I've said a vehicle was spotted, or Cristiano's vehicle was spotted, and Cristiano has responded to that by saying fake news. Now, yeah, I would say at this stage of Ronaldo's career, where he's at right now, Sporting, not yet. I can see that happening, but definitely not yet. He said he wants to play at the top level. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Sporting, but that's not quite top level yet. So I can see him going there before he finishes up. Definitely as sort of like a nostalgia, sort of a love story with where it all began and whatnot. But not yet. But he hasn't shut down Chelsea. He hasn't shut down Bayern Munich personally himself. Bayern Munich, again, I've come out and said, I think it was yesterday and even the day before, we're getting constant constant comments coming from them saying that they are not in for Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously the Mane situation with Bayern Munich and them putting him as their number one now, you would sort of say, well, does that work if Cristiano goes there? No. Can they afford that wage package off history and how that club is run? No. Chelsea do seem to be the only runners. I know they said they weren't in, but you know how this works. There's water testing, there's dipping the toes in and just seeing what ripples come about. And I think Chelsea are the only ones to really watch because they're the ones that can afford that wage package. They can work a deal in there with Cristiano. They're in the Champions League. They need that focal point striker. And it would be a statement for the new owners at Chelsea in their first summer and their first season in the Premier League to bring in a stellar signing like Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether you think he's old and past it or not, it still is a major sign. Any player or any striker that can score that many goals in the Premier League is worth his weight in gold. Chelsea, for me, is the one we need to watch out for and be scared of, because if they take him, we're definitely weakening, in my opinion. I know there's a whole story behind Ten Hag has to build a system and maybe one marquee signing or one superstar wouldn't suit that, and we can fully concentrate on actually getting to where we need to be, which is rebuilding completely. But then again, you look at them moments in the season when you know a Rashford or a Martial aren't going to be that player to get you that win and grasp the game by the scruff of the neck and get you that goal. They're not that type of player yet. Yeah, the system will take us so far, and that's how we need to go for the future, and then add to that. But maybe just one more year from Ronaldo would ideally work for us right now and where we're at, and that's where I am at. Again, let me know, guys. Comment if it's Instagram or YouTube in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Does Ronaldo stay? Will it help Ten Hag in this season, his last season, and Ten Hag's first? That's what I want to know. That takes us perfectly onto the story. I mean, I did on my own Instagram ask the question, like, is Ivan Toney the right type of striker? I don't mean to laugh there and just on top of that like it's a joke signing at all. No disrespect at all. I'm sort of on the border here of like, if Ivan Toney comes to Manchester United when he's at this stage of his career and he wants to play first team football, he's not going to get it at Manchester United. Would a player there ready for that next move be willing to sit on the bench? I don't think so. I don't think Ivan Toney is ideally the right man. I don't think Ivan Toney would be a striker for Manchester United right now. Yeah, His strength in the air does appeal to me though, because I've seen what Ten Hag did with Haller at Ajax, and I can't necessarily just dismiss it as, well, no, this is just a complete no-go. There's no way that Manchester United would go for a player from Brentford. I mean, I look at it and I go, Ivan Toney's hold-up play is exceptional. I've seen it. Yeah, he's missing some elements to his game. Would he fit into Ten Hag's system? I don't know. Maybe Ten Hag's looked at it. It's a possibility, is what I'll say. I look at Toney and I go, right now, for what his output was in his first season, he's a good striker. Would he get in ahead of Rashford and Martial right now as a forward? If Ronaldo stays, he definitely doesn't. And that goes back to what I said. Do we actually need an Ivan Toney right now? Does it all solely depend on what's happening with Cristiano Ronaldo? That's the key question. With Ronaldo still at Manchester United, and when we get back from this tour, it's going to be interesting, because Cristiano Ronaldo has to train. He has to be at a club. He's a professional, and he will be back at Carrington as soon as we get back. Well, you would think so. If he doesn't, then that to me would say Cristiano Ronaldo definitely wants out of the door. There's been the rumours behind the scenes about Ronaldo and him doing this deliberately, a bit of a kick up the arse as such for Manchester United. Get their finger out and start making signings. He wants improvement. We're getting there now with the signings that we've made. We've made 3 good signings so far. There is a shout to say we do need to strengthen in depth, because the argument comes about with the signings that we've already had. Are they first team signings? Are they players that are going to go straight into the first team? And I would say the majority of people would say on every single one of the players we've bought so far, Malacia, Eriksen and Martinez, there is a debate to say whether they come straight in or not. Strength in depth is good and what is needed, definitely this season, especially with the amount of competition we're going to have with the Europa League and all the cups, and then the fear of the World Cup and any possibility of a player coming back injured from that. God forbid. But we do need strength in depth, considering the amount of players that have been let go for nothing, the amount of players that we're probably going to have to sell because we're overcrowded in certain departments. And they aren't as good a quality as the players that are coming in my opinion. But you've got to look at it and you've got to go, right, here's the question I want to ask you all. It's, are the players right for the first team right now? Have we spent enough? 60 million roundabout on 3 players? It seems, as a business sort of model, good business. The players will improve us, yes. Luke Shaw or Malacia, I think it's going to be between any number of centre-backs, whoever Ten Hag wants to partner with Martinez. I think Martinez will definitely move out to the left-hand side. They're naturally gifted, well, not gifted, I wouldn't say as such, but naturally left-footed sided centre-back that we've got now. The whole question of Maguire and his captaincy and would that determine whether Maguire starts every single game is a massive concern of mine, and I've made that point many a times. But what it all boils down to is, are the quality of signings so far good enough for you? Do you think we've spent enough in terms of this summer so far? De Jong was going to take a big chunk of our purse if that signing went through. Him going out on loan now, and I've said this in the vlog, if you didn't watch the vlog, I said it at the start of the vlog the other day. Do United now have to just say, De Jong, that's it, we move on to other targets? He's flown out on a pre-season tour with Barcelona. Their season obviously starts behind ours. We need to just start making plans for our season, which isn't far away. We're just talking this morning, there's a week left here in Australia. We come back, then we're quickly off to Oslo in Norway for the Atletico Madrid game, back for Vallecano. So 2 weeks this weekend coming is the start of the season. We need to be ready. We don't know what's happening with Cristiano Ronaldo. We don't know what's happening with any other signings coming in. Like I said, Romano has said the business is not done. So who is coming in? Because right now I'm looking at it, De Jong isn't that man. Again, a question for you guys. Move on. Who's your next one in line in terms of midfield? Is it a Neves? Is it a Tillemans? Is that the type of play that we can bring in instead of Frankie De Jong? Because for me right now, him going on that tour kind of scuppers that. And I still think there is a possibility that that deal might happen. But right now I think we need to move on. Let me know on that. Is Martinez straight in the team? Let me know. Does Luke Shaw stay in at left back? I know we've only seen a few games right now, but you got to look at it and you got to go, these are players that Ten Hag has brought in. Does he want them players straight in the team? Because the structure at Manchester United is that week, probably, ahead of the manager, that there's no one there to overpower a manager's decision in terms of who's brought in. There's no structure and transfer set up. This is what needs to be worked on. Manchester United don't have that. These are solely Ten Hag players right now, the ones that he wants in. Does Ten Hag have the power? If none of them players start this season, has he got any say in what comes in through the transfer window, and do they play? That's what I want to know. It's all a bit mixed match at the moment. You don't know what. It looks good from here. Over in Australia, the training's going really well. The noises coming out of the squad are really, really good. As you've seen in some of the player interviews after the game against the Melbourne Victory the other night, the mood is really good right now. There is a confidence within this team. You can see it. When we get back to business in England, though, it's all going to get tore up and thrown out the window because, like I said, the big one will be Cristiano Ronaldo. When Ronaldo comes back to training, what happens? Everything that's been worked on here in Melbourne and before we came to Melbourne, does that get thrown out the window because Ronaldo's back? Do we just say, look, if Ronaldo has said this, do the club make a stance and say, Ronaldo, you're not starting? Can we let, even though he's a legend of this football club, can we let one man determine how a whole pre-season goes? Is that the type of club we are now? I know Cristiano Ronaldo has the clout. I know he has that power. And there's a lot of United fans would just back Ronaldo all the way through. But you have to draw the line somewhere. And Ten Hag has talked about this line. He will listen to people. He will take the criticism and advice. But he has his own line. Has he got enough to say, Cristiano Ronaldo, yes or no? I've already done 4 or 5 weeks of pre-season without you in this team. And he has to come in just because he's Cristiano Ronaldo? That's the question. That's the killer question. Let me know what you think, guys, obviously. Hit me up. Hit us up on Instagram. Comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to click in the link below for your wash and go deal on Amazon right now, like I said at the start of this video. And cheers everyone for all the support and all your comments through this tour so far. It has been a whirlwind. We're into the last week in Australia now and things are getting serious. Players are coming in. Players hopefully will start leaving because there's too many in certain positions, like I said. But it's getting nearer crunch time now. You can feel it. You can feel it within the fans. You can feel it on social media. Things are happening now and it's going to be interesting when we start this season. Guys, cheers for watching. Obviously, subscribe, like the video. We are United Stand, bringing you the best coverage from Melbourne, Australia, Perth, Australia, before in Bangkok and over to Oslo. We've got it all covered, everything you need. Cheers for watching, everyone.
The United Stand on tour, supported by Wash and Go.